Welcome to 3D comparison. We're going to take a look over here at Rodin new update. So it can now output impressive 10 million faces meshes. And this will be the case study. As you can see over here, I just loaded the images. So as you can see, they are still unknown. And this is one of the main features that I like about Rodin. I'm just going to go over here and recreate this from scratch. So as you can see, I have them set up like this. There are two perspectives, and the other will be back, front, left, and right. I can just upload all of those, and I don't need to do anything. I will just hit generate. Over here, we can specify what type of model we want. So if you're going to go for extreme high, this will give us the highest resolution. We can also go for multiple iteration over here. For example, 1 or 3, I'm going to leave it like 3. I'm going to hit generate, and this is where the magic happens, that Rodin will automatically align those. So over here, if I will just go over here, I'm just going to enter a new Rodin over here. So in order to do so, I'm just going to go over here directly on their website. And I already have this one process with the horseman. I'm going to open this. And over here in the background, this will also process with 3 iterations over here. Now, as you can see over here, I didn't change anything, so they are still unknown. This is where you can indicate exact location of each component. But Rodin can now align those really good. And we see over here that this will be the result. In this case, this doesn't have any texture because initially we also need to go ahead and we need to confirm this. And as you can see over here, we have the possibility to go for 2 million for triangle sharp meshes that will also have textures. But you can also go ahead and process this at 10 million. So in this case, I'm going to leave this with 10 million. I'm going to hit download. That means the mesh is now ready for download, and I'm just going to leave it over here directly on the desktop. This will be model 2 GLB, and I'm going to drag and drop that over here within GeoMagick in order to analyze that. So this should be on my desktop, model 2. Keep in mind that that is currently GLB, so GeoMagick doesn't support GLB. I'm just going to go within Blender, File, Import, GLB from the desktop. This will be the model. We see the file size, 171.7. Just the same as the other model that I did yesterday, even though it's not the same reference. I'm going to load that in, and we're going to see that the model will be loaded. As you can see, even within Blender, it will take a while for this to load. But take a look over here at the amount of detail. This is something that was lacking previously. We now have details over here for the horseman as well. So overall, really impressive details, and I can go ahead and I can export this. So I'm going to go within File, Export. I want to take this. I'm just going to name it 1.1. And I'm going to drag and drop this within. So let me just find the location for that. I see that, okay, it's still working. So I thought that the file is ready, but as you can see, since this has 10 million faces, it will take a little bit of while to process. Now Blender managed to save that as an FBX, and I can drag and drop and analyze that over here. So let's do so and see exactly how the mesh will be over here within, let's say, details regarding non-manifolds, small components, small tunnels, highly creased edges, and so on. As you can see, even on my computer, it will load quite slow. And this will be the mesh. Even over here within GeoMagick, we do have this display visualization. So as you can see over here, we can change the dynamic display percentage. It's going to be set to 10% in order to make this more fluid. But we see over here how well the mesh is being defined. If I'm going to go with Mesh Doctor, let's analyze. From what I'm seeing over here, we don't have any small components or anything like that. But you can never be sure. So if I'm going to check over here for non-manifolds, those will be 0. So that's really important. We do have 23 faces that will have some self-intersection, and I can cycle to those. I will need to zoom out. So over here on the horse, we do have this self-intersection mesh over here. I can enable the clipping plane, and we can better visualize that. Again, that is an easy fix within GeoMagick. And as you can see, most of them will be like this. So overall, easy fixes that over here on the, this will be actually located over here on the ARP. Regarding high creases, quite a few, 141. Regarding spikes, again, quite a few. Small component 0, tunnels over here. I'm really curious if this will be 0, this will be amazing. But as you can see, GeoMagick is still analyzing that. Most likely there will be some small tunnels because we also had those self-intersections that are quite similar to how a small tunnel is being generated within a model. And if you are working with 3D scanners, you are pretty familiar with this because 3D scanners will also output those tunnels over here. Now, while GeoMagick is analyzing this for small tunnels, I see that it's still pending to do so. I'm going to jump over here and we should have the second model over here ready as well. As you can see over here, I added multiple iterations. We have version 1, version 2, and version 3. And we can cycle between those. For example, I can just select version 3. This will now load. And this is one of the main advantage. It only costs 1 credit. As you can see, we have 3 inputs over here. And take a look over here at this model. This is really amazing. If you are into 3D printing or other type of manufacturing, you can output some amazing models. If I would compare this even with a 3D scan made by Artec, I do think that this is on the same level in terms of detail. It's still generative AI, so it's not one-on-one to the real object, but it is amazing. And we can go over here. If I'm going to go for the triangulated mesh, which will only have 2 million, I can hit conform. So this is something that also Rodin improved. Previously, it was kept at 1 million, but now they also raised this all the way to 2 million, just like the competition. So Tripo, Hitam 3D, and other generative AI tools. Now we have this now being prepared. As you can see, this will need to process because over here within the preview, we had that HD model, just like we had it over here. And regarding small tunnels, we do have 4 small tunnels, so I was still expecting some of those to be. I can enable the clipping plane, and we have 1 small tunnel over here where the mesh will be self-intersecting like this. Again, these are easy fixes within a professional tool like GeoMagick. But if you are just wanting to create this as a 3D print, you don't want to take this within CAD and we convert this within a step file within CATIA, SolidWorks, or Fusion. This is more than sufficient. If you are also just within, let's say, 3D printing and digital visualization, this shouldn't be any problem. This will only occur and raise issues if you are working within a manufacturing environment and if you want to take this within CAD. Okay, so we have over here the model. As you can see, for the 2 million, this is still being processed. I also selected the high resolution, so Rodin created that. If I would go with a lower one, when this was created, the processing over here should be faster. But I'm still impressed. If you follow my channel, you know that I use this Chinese warrior statue within multiple videos within the past 2 years. And we see over here that this has now reached a level that we can just use some reference images. And this is the main advantage of Rodin. It will automatically align the images for you. You can go ahead and you can do it manually by moving the following elements over here. So we see over here, this will be, in this case, the left view. I can go ahead and this will be the front, that will be the back. And this is a really intuitive system where you can just cycle between those. And if you are also using some perspective views, you can also position those over here. So this is a perspective. You can check the perspective based on that, let's say, toy plane. As you can see, this will be the perspective, back left, and you can hit redo. It will then start to reprocess based on that. But I just want to showcase within this video that Rodin automatic align for images is one of the best. And this is something that other tools, for example, Hitam 3D, are lacking. Over there, even if you're going to position those correctly, in some cases, those will be flipped and the results are not as good as you would expect. And also within Hitam 3D, you just upload the images, you hit send, and you wait for the result. Over here within Rodin, I only spent 1 credit. and we see over here how many settings and options I can obtain from that one credit, and that will be spent when I'm creating this HD mesh. But if you're going to go for a low poly mesh, keep in mind that that credit will only be spent when you confirm the model. So this is why the cost per model within Rodin, I think it's the best within the industry, and the fact that they release the first 10 million model over here, that's really impressive. In my opinion, Rodin is the best solution at the moment. Now we do have this over here finished, and I can go ahead and I can generate the texture. We can also enable over here HD. We can also do some face restoration and delight. I'm going to go for all of those, and I'm just going to further analyze the output mesh over here. But keep in mind that if you are going for the extremely high model made from 10 million, you will not have the texture, but you can generate that using a bake. So you can generate the model at 10 million for the geometry. You can generate the one at 2 million for the texture, and then you can transfer the texture within Blender towards that model if you want that. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for this to be generated, then we're going to slightly analyze over here texture. I'm going to make a separate video regarding texture because I'm really curious if they managed to improve. As you know, within 3D Arena, we have a ladder where we can compare various 3D generative AI tools, and we can compare them based on geometry outputs, texture, mesh segmentation, and so on. And within texture, Rodin wasn't that high compared to other models, but I'm pretty sure that within the new version, the texture has improved as well. Now, we have this being generated, as you can see, from all of those references, so it should be following more those references, and the generative AI aspects that will be, let's say, hallucinations should be a little bit more limited. And we see that with the texture, the model will look like this. So I'm just going to slightly rotate over here to showcase this. We also see over here that this weapon, the alignment, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And there are some areas that haven't been textured, for example, over here on the shoulders. But yeah, overall, this is an amazing output. Okay, so let me know in the comment section, what is your opinion regarding this? Do you think that other generative AI model outputs better meshes than Rodin? If so, let me know in the comment section and I will check those as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I'm going to add this video to the playlist. You're going to find over here the 3D generative AI playlist. And if you enjoy this kind of content, you can consider to subscribe. You're going to find the button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.